Good morning, diamonds. Happy Monday. How you doing? I can't tell you, well, actually, I'm going to tell you, I've spent about 5 minutes trying to prep this video and going, don't like this angle, don't like that angle, don't like this angle. I'm like, when are we going to paint this room? It's not quite got the energy that I would like it to have, but this is actually how I'm feeling this morning. So I figured it was a good time to actually share the love when you're not feeling particularly in the love. And my wonderful team have basically kicked me up the arse this morning and gone, where's your rosy glow? And it's a good question, because what's happened is I overslept. I've been getting used to waking up at like 7 a.m. and as a result of that, feeling really virtuous because I'm up really early in the morning. And this morning I just woke up and then I fell asleep again. I've been sleeping really lightly through the night. I don't know if the rest of you have been aware of this, but it feels like we're sleeping, but we're not really sleeping. And so I'm a bit knackered. Also, it is detox time. You know, our livers are really, really wanting to purge the winter and, you know, reducing the substances, the coffees, the stuff that your liver's like, I'm done with this, you know. So it is the perfect time as we're heating up to start detoxing physically. You're definitely going to be detoxing emotionally. So this weekend, I have been around folk who have really felt stuck in their woes. And I reckon it's actually had an effect on me as well, because this is the thing, is it's all well and good when we keep ourselves in high vibrations around people that also think positively and have a mindset that is solution orientated rather than problem focused. But if you spend enough time around enough people with a dense energy about them that just are locked into a mindset that is negative, is challenging, is victim consciousness, it rubs off on you. You know, birds of a feather flock together. We become like the company we keep. Hello, welcome anybody who's joining me. So I'm inviting you to be very mindful about the company you keep. And if you do find yourself around those that you love, because often they're friends, family members, you know, people we've known for a long time, that are just stuck in their own misery and suffering, but actually aren't looking for a way out of it. They just want to stay stuck in that loop. How can we be there compassionately for them and also not actually take on that energy? And for me, as we're approaching the full moon, so we've got a second full moon in Libra. We had the first one the end of March. We've got this one the end of April. And, you know, it's bringing up the old stories. It's bringing up the places where we feel that we're powerless and where we get frustrated with ourselves. So the love and compassion for yourself is so important, because if you can love up the bits of you that still feel powerless, that still feel that things are beyond their control. Hey, Rochelle. Then what's going to happen is it's going to really help you to have compassion for those who aren't yet there on their path. They need to suffer that little bit longer. And sometimes that can mean another lifetime. Sometimes it can mean another week, another month, another year. But you keep your vibration where it is. You keep inviting them to join you. That is what we're here to do. You know, that is what we're here to do. So, you know, the unicorn stuffed toys, put them away. As my beloved said to me, you don't need, you know, all this magic stuff around you. You are the magic. And it is true, you know, it is very true. But there comes a point that we realize we've put reminders all around us just to just keep us focused, and then we don't need them because that's where we are. However, when you wake up and you've lost your shine, important to put some magic around you again, and remember that sometimes we just need a visual representation to support us. And like, I know that no, they're not gone. 2 have gone to Morgan, the original owner of 2 of them, and 2 of them are hiding in the love corner doing naughty things. So yes, basically as unicorns do. Sorry, you asked, Rochelle. I am going to get myself some lovely silver unicorns that's going to be graciously looking lovely in one corner. But for now, what was important was just to acknowledge that I didn't want the representations as they were. I wanted to shift it and keep growing it, because everywhere I go, I'm getting a shift in my own perspective and also how I'm showing up. So what I really want is to see the wall behind me painted, and that's going to happen really soon. So what I've been experimenting with this weekend is gold glitter, which you will see in the yoga videos later. So if anybody is going to join me, thank you. If anyone is going to, when you join me for the yoga, there'll be a post on the Rosie Kalliabetsos page. There's posts on Rosie Glow already. If you want to join me for some online yoga this evening, then you can follow the link, make the payment, and I'll see you in my newly fangled studio. For now, here's the prayer. I'll talk a little bit about it. So, good morning, diamonds. When you wake up in a stink and poison is governing the way you think, remember it's not our natural state to hate on others and feel condemned by fate. What is needed in order to reshape our current vision is supervision. Into supervision, is accountability towards into me see. From those around us who hold the vision of love and who won't allow us to project our stuff. So let's give this a go. I am willing to forgive in me the bits that wish to be in victim mentality. And I forgive those around me who trigger this pattern I am now done with. Now instead, I'm choosing to trust. I am an overflowing cup of love. Life does love me and wants me to be happy. I am choosing to be the graceful and easy expression of me. I am that I am. Now, last night I was out in the garden and I was just shaking off whatever is going on. You can feel energies brewing. I tend to feel it a few days ahead of others often. And I'm kind of a little bit nervous of a revisit of last full moon because it was pretty intense. And, you know, when you watch people you love really, really struggling with themselves, it's very difficult. It's very painful, as you know. So I can feel this anticipation. It's called negative anticipation building, and that's the thing that we love up. So that's what we do have. We have got some power over. This is where we can be accountable, and it is the recognizing what is inside of us. So I'm feeling feelings of sadness coming up, and again, I'm like, what's all this? Whose is this? Is it mine? Have I picked it up from the collective? Doesn't really matter. Put it in a sphere, love it up, ground, get into it, see what's actually happening, and choose to stay conscious rather than to numb out. So whatever you're doing in your day, just keep checking in with yourself. How am I feeling? Be patient with yourself. Be there for yourself, no matter what, because that is what we're being asked to do. We're asked to show up again and again and again, even when no one else is showing up, and to do the work. And when you do that, you embody that. That's who you become. And as you become that, you know when you're off center. Not when you're on center, you know when you're off center. So for me, it is very peculiar when I don't feel quite centered, because most of the time I feel really, really in my center. And I've almost been feeling premenstrual, even though I know that at the moment it's more towards ovulation. So just be very, very mindful of what's going on for you, because hormonal shifts will be occurring as well. I'm going to share this again, but what I was saying is when you're actually in a funk, so when you're feeling like out of sorts, when you're feeling in not so great a place, the people that you want to be held accountable by are the people that are in your sphere of positivity. So the people that know how to support you to remember the tools that are important to use, the perspective shifts that are important to use, that will help you to get back into an aligned state, to align with grace and ease. The quicker you can do it, the less there is the backlog of karma that you've created by being out of alignment. So that's how we create cause and effect, is by being out of alignment and, you know, pushing people so that we then get reactions, pushing the situations and then getting reactions. So yeah, the accountability into intimacy, the supervision, think about that. You know, you want supervision. It's like someone watching over you, your higher self's watching over you, your guides are watching over you, your friends on this earthly plane who are working the same tools as you are watching over you. So call to them, like, where am I? Help me get back. I need to anchor back into that place of grace and ease. Help me, please. I can feel my angels going, oh, Epidelu, she's asked, which means at last she's asked, you know, call it in, rather than, I'm going to stay in this grumpy place because this is familiar and I like it when I feel grumpy. Somehow it reminds me of being grumpy and I remember this. It's like, let it go. Let it go. I have a whole playlist called Let It Go, by the way, if you want to go on my Spotify. So naked as well. Look. Hormonal shifts definitely going on. Yes, Rochelle, definitely going on. So let's read it one more time, see what actually comes up. Sense of humor, that's what comes up. Good morning, diamonds. When we wake up in a stink and poison is governing the way we think, remember it's not our natural state to hate on others and feel condemned by fate. What is needed in order to reshape our current vision into supervision is accountability towards intimacy from those around us who hold the vision of love and who won't allow us to project our stuff. So let's give this a go. I'm willing to forgive in me the bits that wish to be in victim mentality, and I forgive those around me who trigger this pattern I am now done with. Now, instead, I'm choosing to trust. I am an overflowing cup of love. Life does love me and wants me to be happy. I am choosing to be the graceful and easy expression of me. I am that. I am. Yeah, baby. Seeing through eyes of love. Love what you see, yeah, baby. Okay. I'm also slightly nervous because I've got to work out the technology for filming these videos, which, you know, anything new, it's always very interesting to see the patterns we go into. My mum used to get so stressed every time she got lost on the roads. Like if she was driving, she'd get super stressed. So what is it that triggers you into a state of fear? Like just be aware of it when you're encountering stuff in your physical reality. I'm not going to call it third dimensional because it's not, it's just your physical reality. But essentially what we want to be doing here is, yeah, paying attention to when we need to hold ourselves more and showing up there, holding ourselves more no matter what, okay? So any area that's currently scaring you, remember what the intention of the new moon was, which was to align fully with divine design timeline, with grace and ease, with not micromanaging what that looks like, what our personal paradise looks like, but just surrendering to the highest good of all. And in so doing, we then align with that. So that's what's coming up now. The stuff that's to be purged on the full moon is coming up now. So pay attention to it. Be really kind to yourself. Love yourself. And remember, changes are best made slowly and consistently and gently. So that includes physical detoxes. Just start to shift things slowly and gently and easily. Drink more water and then see how you go. Lots of love. Take care now. Bye.